Yo, welcome back. This is S07E32 with another Minecraft video. Today is just, well, this video is just a very quick sort of, kind of a semi-how-to. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff flying around my logistics pipes here. I've put in a couple of sag mills down here, just a quick bit of power to it, thrown some of these, and as you can see, it's processing a bunch of coal ore for me. Now, the reason I thought I'd make this video is I'm trying to get some automatic processing going with logistics pipes and the existing setup that I have. However, it's not as straightforward as it seems. So what I've tried to do is I've used the Ordict item sync module. So that lets me put these for in just in case there's others. I mean, I may want to add like some of the tin and copper and bits and pieces like that eventually, which is why I wanted the Ore Dictionary one. Plus, you seem to be able to make this list as long as you want, which is pretty cool. So I've added in dense redstone, dense coal, and coal. That's all I've got at the moment. Now, in this machine here, I've set, you can actually set the output to the back. So when you hover over it, see it goes orange on the output slots. So you don't actually need an extractor module or anything like that. This will just shove it straight back out onto the network, which is pretty cool. Now, in terms of getting the stuff in there in the first place, this is where I'm having a bit of interesting stuff going on. So, what happens if we grab a bunch of coal ore? So let's grab 3 stacks, for example. So here's our 3 stacks. 1, 2, 3. Now, 65 left in there. Cool. 65 seems reasonable. If we dump all 3 of these in, and then go back to here, coal. Still 65. Fantastic. But when we go down and have a look, it only fitted 1 stack in. So the other 2 stacks probably went all the way down there. I mean, I haven't been fast enough to get down there just yet in time, but if we go back, you can see 2 of the stacks have popped straight back into the network. Now, this is not ideal. This means that you're going to be constantly having stuff go back and around. I mean, if you manage to throw too much coal in at once, or redstone, or anything. In fact, if you throw out a coal and a redstone, only one of them is going to fit in the sag mill at once, which means some of it's going to end up back in the storage. So one of the ways I was thinking of combating this is we've got some more. Let's just make sure we have enough of this gold pipe. Cool. One of the ways I was thinking of combating this is I've added this here. Now, above me here is a slave, there we go, controller slave. So we've used those before. This is just connected to the bottom of my big bulk storage down here. So what I'm thinking is going to happen, and this could get very interesting very quickly. So let's just, we're going to need to break that one and put that in very quickly, because we need one wherever, and in fact, oh, there we go, some pulverized coal fell out, but that's okay. And then we're going to want to put this here, and we want to join this up. Now, before I do that, I have actually configured up in here, oh, I can't see it now, I have to get to it from the top. So I've actually plugged in a chassis underneath this, and in there I have an Advanced Extractor Mark II. Now, Advanced Extractor lets you have this item list for extraction. So I've got these 4 items in there, which are the 4 items that we have importing in the bottom. Now, what I'm thinking is going to happen, and I haven't done this yet, I thought I'd do this on camera so that you guys could see the hilariousness that is. I reckon it's going to extract everything. Some stuff's going to end up in here. And the rest of it's going to bounce back around and go back up. And it's going to circle in a never-ending loop. It's going to just constantly be extracting stuff, not being able to fit it in, go back around, up to the default route, and back up, into here, get stored again, get extracted back out again, and go round and around and around in a loop until all of it eventually fits in and gets processed. So it's not ideal. I've still got that loop there, I need to fix that. Yeah, it's not very ideal at all. I mean, once everything's processed, that's fine. You should probably only have stuff looping around a little bit. I mean, here's some redstone here, 65 redstone ore here. There's some dense coal there, 15 of them. So, I mean, it's trying. It's doing its best. But I think I might leave it. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. We'll leave it for now. Now, the other thing that you guys may have noticed is in here, we've only got room for, what's that, 9 things. So we're going to need to put more extractors in here. So you can potentially put another extractor here and configure it to extract like everything. If that's there though, that might just start extracting everything around, which we don't really want at this point. So you can potentially get 18 things out of one chassis, maybe upgrade the chassis to one of the other versions as well. So, you know, you can get a Mark IV, which can hold 4 modules, hold 8 modules. So you can get 8 times 9. So you can get a fair amount out of one, as long as you can keep making the extractor modules, which you need the advanced ones for the whitelist. Otherwise, it'll pull everything out of here and just keep cycling it all around and around and around. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about this time. Just a bit of a brief how-to on automatic processing. I'm going to extend this out to include more things to be processed. I'll probably do the same thing for my ore, except the ore I'm going to want to do, well, I'm probably going to want to use the industrial craft stuff for that. So I'm only using the SAG mills for like coal and redstone. Lapis will probably go through here, maybe diamonds and emeralds and things as well. But I will do industrial craft, the macerator, ore washer, and then thermal centrifuge. And it'll probably do the same thing. It'll probably have everything just cycling around and around and around until it's all eventually processed, which, yeah, as I said, not ideal, but at least it's a solution at this point in the game with the setup that we've got. I think going into alternatives, you could probably use the ducts, but if you use the ducts, you're then mixing the 2 different pipe types, and you're going to have some form of smart extraction from there, and I'm not quite sure how to do that. I haven't really played with it, but I did want to keep everything the same for now with what I've been using currently. So that's all from me anyway. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.